Black History Month, for me personally, is just to remember how far we came as Black people and how far we still have to go. I feel that we as Black people want society to accept us for who we are, but I feel that there's a small portion of Black people that needs to accept themselves first before society can accept us. And you'll find that a lot in Africa, because I'm from South Africa, and I grew up as what you would call a coloured. If you use that term in the UK or in America, it's like an offensive term. But in South Africa, it's just a different race. So you're not Black, and you're not white, and therefore you're not mixed race either. You are called coloureds. And where I grew up in the coloured community is we are still trying to fit in. We either want to be associated with white people or with Black people, but we're not accepted as either. And that is a problem in South Africa, I feel. I've only heard about Black History Month moving to Britain. In South Africa, we don't have anything like that. We have Freedom Day, which is celebrating the release of Nelson Mandela. And because I can remember those times, I can remember when Nelson Mandela was released. I can remember when he was made president. So those kind of things do really stick out for me, and those are things that implemented change in South Africa. So those are things that I remember in South Africa, not knowing about Black History Month. But over here, I'm not, because I didn't grow up here in Britain. So it's when I think about Black History Month, I think about Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King. I can't associate Black History Month with Britain because I didn't grow up here. Because I'm mixed or coloured, my great-grandmother was more white, and she would be seen as white. So I remember as a child, when we traveled to the city centre, me and my grandfather would sit in third class, and my grandmother would sit in first class. And when we exit the station, we would exit the station in two separate areas. But after Nelson Mandela became president and apartheid ended, everything was like sort of new to everyone. We still weren't sure if we can sit here, if we can stand here, if we can walk here. So it felt good having been able to walk out of the entrance at the station where everyone else walks out of. That is not people of colour, or to buy a first class ticket and being able to sit in first class, not because you can't afford it, but because everyone is allowed to now sit in first class. In South Africa, I always had to feel like I need to fit in somewhere. Like I never used to wear my hair natural in South Africa because people would say, well, fix your hair. And I'm like, what do you mean fix my hair? Because my hair wasn't straight. So my hair was always like curly and really bushy, and I liked it that way, but I couldn't wear it that way because I didn't fit in if it was like that. And when I came over here, I didn't have to explain what race I am. People accepted me for just being Black, and that was just, for me, that was just freedom, another level of freedom where I don't have to explain my background. If I say I'm Black, and that's the end of it, people don't say, well, how are you Black? When in South Africa, I can't say I'm Black, which is crazy. And here I can wear my hair whichever way I want to. And it was just another level of freedom for me moving to Britain. I think people shouldn't be afraid to step out of the box when it comes to race. And I feel that once we accept ourselves for who we are, everyone else will accept us for who we are. And I think that is something that a lot of us are still trying to work on. And until that happens, we are not truly free.